Hey puzzlers, this is Steve here with another video on how to play some logic puzzles. This is another Sudoku variant known as a Little Killer Sudoku. How it works, just like in regular Sudoku, every row, column, and 3x3 box must contain the digits 1 through 9 without repeating. The added clues, however, are these digits or these sums along the outside, and they reference diagonals. So those two cells equal 11, these three cells when added up equal 8, these four cells when added up equal 13, and so forth as we go around the grid. That's it for the rules. What I'm going to go ahead and do is try to solve this puzzle for you guys, share some common tips and tricks along the way. If you want to try the puzzle out yourself first, go ahead and hit the link in the description below. This one's brought to you by Thomas Snyder from the GM Puzzle website. Great resource for, I think, daily puzzles that they post on there. Lots of fun. I would highly recommend going to that website. I'm going to post a link to that website as well in the description below. Anyways, without further ado, what I typically do in these is we look at the sums and we want to figure out all the possible combinations and specifically the minimum and maximum possibilities. So with this 9, we know that you can get to 9 a couple different ways, but we already have 3, 2, and 1 in the box. So we wouldn't be able to use, say, 1 and 8, or 7 and 2, or 6 and 3. So really we're only left with 4 and 5. So we can pencil mark those in, and we can see here this 4 sees this square. So that's going to be a 5, that'll be a 4. That's a good start. We can do the same with the 15 down here. Without using 9, 1, and 2, really we're just left with 8 and 7. And this 8 sees this cell, so that's going to be a 7, and that'll be an 8. If we come to the 5, I don't think we're going to have as good of luck, but we can pencil in some numbers here. We know 1 and 4 is a combination, and 2 and 3 would be a combination as well. Now this 1 sees that cell, so that can't be 1. If that can't be a 1, this can't be a 4. And then we see this 2 sees that cell, so that can't be a 2. If that can't be a 2, this can't be a 3, because remember, these two would have to add up to 5. So it's either going to be 2 here, 3 there, or 4 there, and a 1 there. And that is, I think, all we can do with that. If we look, we can maybe do some regular Sudoku, a 4 and a 4, puts a 4 down here. I'm not going to pencil mark that yet. 6 and 6 is going to put a 6 down here, so we can pencil mark that. 7, 7 puts a 7 up there, but this can't be a 7 because we look at the 8. I mean, you can't have 7 plus 1 plus 0. You can't have a 0, so 7 can't go there. So we know a 7 is going to go here. If this were a 7, this would have to be 4, right? 7 plus 4 equals 11, but there's already a 4 there. So this can't be a 7, and therefore that's the only square for a 7 up there. And that 7 comes across blocking those, that blocks those, and so we have a 7 in one of these two. With that 7, that's going to put a 7 over here. But this 7 blocks that bottom cell. We already know a 7 can't go in here because it needs to be less than 5. So that could be a 7. Pop in a 7 in one of those two, but just by regular Sudoku. And I think that's it for the 7s. If we look at the 8s, we're going to run into a similar situation. Regular Sudoku puts an 8 over there, but we can't have an 8 in this cell because it'd be 8 plus 0 plus 0 equals 8, and you can't do that. So an 8's going to be in one of those two cells. And if we think about the 9s, 9s can't go there by regular Sudoku. A 9 couldn't go here because if that was the case, this cell would then have to be a 2 because of the 11, but there's already a 2 there. So 9 can't go there either. 9 can't go here because, well, it's greater than 8. And that diagonal, those 3, right, will have to be less than 8. So the 9 can't go there either. And so we have this, a 9 in one of those 3 cells. If we put a 9 here, that is possible for the 13, I think, because you would have to have then 4 in these other cells. So you could have You know, the 8 could be here, the 9 could be here. You'd have like a 1, 1, and a 2. You know, you could, along the diagonal, you can have the same digit along the diagonal as long as it's in a different box. So that 9 is okay for now. We'll see if we can come back and maybe eliminate that. 5s is going to put a 5 on that side. These 5s is going to put a 5 up here. And if we think about this 5, that would force this to be a 6. And that looks okay for now. This 5 would force these to be 1 and 2, right? 5 plus 3 equals 8. And the 1 can't go in either of those. This 1 blocks that. That 1 blocks that. So this can't be a 5. So that forces that to be a 5, and then this is forced to be a 6 to make it 11. That 6 makes that no longer a 6. That must be the 6. Those two 6s block the sides here, and so we have regular Sudoku rules state that must be a 6. And if we look across here, the top row is taken by that 6. This 6 blocks those. 6 can't go in one of those two because that's greater than 5. So we're going to have a 6 in one of these two. Pencil mark that in. This 6 blocks those. We're going to have a 6 in one of those two. We have a triple here. Let's just see if we could write those in. We're missing a 3, 4, 5, right? 3, 4, 5, yeah. 4 can't go there, 3 can't go there, and I think that's it. So wasn't able to put anything in there. This 7 with the 20 means these two are going to add up to 13. So this can't be a 6, right? Because if that were a 6, this would then have to be a 7 again. 7 plus 6 plus 7, and that can't work. So that can't be a 6. So that has to be the 6. Forcing a 6 in one of these two because those block the top and bottom rows. So with that, we now have a 6-7 pair. So I can actually write that in the center. That 6-7 pair, not sure if that's helpful quite yet, but I'm sure that'll come in handy down the road. 4 and 4 puts a 4 over here. 4 and 4 puts a 4 down here. I think we've already established that. If this is a 4 here, I think that's okay. Because then these would have to be a 1 and 3. 1 could go there, 3 could go there. Yeah, that's okay. So let's think about this box. So where we've already figured out the 9 and the 8, 7, 6, 5. Where does the 4 go? Well, we know the 4 doesn't go here. Or 3. Let's look at 3. I think, because how do you make the 8? You're going to have 4, 3, 1. Right? I don't think you can make it with a 2. 2, you would need 6. How do you do that? You'd have 5 and 1's not possible. 2, 4, 2's not possible. You've already used the 2. 2, 3, 3's not possible. So you can't have a 2 in any of those. You can't have a 2 in those because of that 2. So that forces the 2 to be in that cell. That's the only possible cell. So this is now an 8, 9 pair. So I can write that in like that. Yeah, and this is the 1, 3, 4. This is not a 3 or 4. We already have those two numbers there. So that's the 1. So we can remove the 1 from those two. That's a 3 because that 4 means that can't be a 4. And that's your 4. So now this can't be a 4. We have a 3, 5 pair. So that's the 4 here. Those two 4s is going to put a 4 here, but this can't be a 4. We've already established that because of the 1. So that's a 4. That blocks those cells. This blocks that cell. So this is the 4. Oh, I'm sorry. that we already have a 4. Wow, totally missed that one. So 4 and 4 puts a 4 over here. Is that helpful? I don't know, but I just noticed we already have 2 out of the 3 here for the 20. So that's 11. We need that to be then a 9 in the middle, right? 16 plus 4 is 20. Perfect. This 6-7 pair means this cell is a 2-0, not a 2-4 pair because we already have a 4. So that solves this. That's a 2. That's a 3. This is a single now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing a 5. This is a double up here. Oops. We're missing a 1 and an 8. 1, 8. See, these 3 have to add up to 21 because we already have the 5. If this were a 1, then those 2 would have to add up to 20, and that's not possible, right? Let's think about that again. So these 4 add up to 26. Minus the 5 is 21. If this were a 1, that would then be 20. You can't have 2 digits add up to 20. So that is an 8. That's a 1. These ones plop a 1 here. 26. We have 13, so this needs to be add up to 13. Well, let's come back to that. I think there's some easier math we can do. It's late in the night for me, so I don't really want to do a lot of... Okay, here's an 8-9 pair. That means these 2 must be 3 5s. Is that helpful in any way? This 5 blocks that. That 5 blocks that. No. This is a double. Let's just, in that column, we're missing a 4 and a 9. Right? Yeah, 4 and a 9. Oh, a 7 goes down here by regular Sudoku. Oops. Let's change to a corner mark. Again, just if you guys have not seen my other videos, the reason why the difference between the corner marks and the center marks, the center marks tells me these are all the possible digits for that one cell. The corner marks, on the other hand, tells me that those are all the possible areas in that box. So what's nice is, let's say for instance I find out that this cell cannot be a 4, then I know this cell must be a 4, because those are the only 2 possibilities in that box, just in that box. So when I'm looking at like a row and I'm looking at this 3 as, say, like a triple, I would write it in the center. And so that's just the notation that I use that I find to be really helpful. Anyways, this is a quadruple here, so let's see if we can do anything with that. We are missing a 1, 3, 5 and a 2. This can't be a 5. And I think that's it. That's all we can do. So 13 here, we already have the 2. So that's 11. Oh, so this is going to be a really high number, right? So if this is 2 and 8, that's 10. These 2 must equal 3. So there's no way this could be a 3 or 5. So that's a 1 or 2. If this is 2 plus 9, that's 11. These 2 would need to be 1s. And this can't be a 1 because of that one. So this can't be a 9, right? 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus 2 more is 13. So these would need to both be 1s, and that's not possible. So that is an 8. That's a 9. So this is 10. We need these 2 to equal 3. So 1 and a 2. And they can't have the 1 here. So this is a 2. That's a 1. These are no longer 1s. So that's good. This is now a triple. Let's write in those. So we're missing a 6, 8, 9. Oh, this can't be a 6. So that corner mark, I can get rid of that, and I know this is now the 6, right? We were just talking about that pencil mark. So this is now a triple, 7, 8, 9. We know this can't be an 8. That can't be a 9. Those numbers already exist in those rows. Let's get rid of the corner marks. I don't think we need those anymore. What else is it? This is a quadruple, so 7, 8, 9, and what's the fourth digit we're missing? A 2? Oh, a 7 can't go in that box. We already have a 7, or in those two. 8 can't go here. This is a quadruple. We're missing 8, 9, and a 3, and a 4. Well, 8's already there in that row. Oh, here we go. Let's do this 26. So we already have 13. We need 13 more. If this were 9, this would need to be a 4. That can't be. So that can't be a 9, right? 13 plus, yeah, 9 plus, yeah, no. Okay, so take that away. 8 plus 5 is 13. Again, this needs to be 13, those two. 3 plus 10 doesn't work, so we can get rid of the 3. We know that must be a 4, then that must be the 9. 13 plus 13 equals 26. So these are no longer 4s. Let's think about, this is a triple here. 3, 5, and oh, no. Let's back up. Whoa. That's a 5. This 3 here means that's a 5. I don't know how long I've been missing that, but that helps a lot. Because this is now 2, 3 pair, 4, 9 pair. This is a triple in that row. We're missing 7, 8, and 3. I feel like we're missing a lot of 3s. 3 can't go here. So that's the 7, 8 pair, so that's the 3 there. These 2 3s is going to put one in the middle. That's not helpful. Triple here, so we're missing a 1, 7, 9. Let's see. I feel like I'm very close. This is a double. 2, 5, right? Yeah, so that 5 means that's the 2. That's the 5. That's no longer the 2. This is a double. We're missing a 1 and an 8. Okay, that's not helpful right now. So this is a quadruple with those two. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no. I'm missing something. Where's a 1 go in here? This can't be a 9. Yeah. That's a common mistake that I make. I make a pencil mark in the middle, and I forget to delete one, and then I think, oh, I have a quadruple, and I look to see which digits I'm missing by looking at my previous pencil marks. And that's, you guys might have caught me doing that a few times, but that can't be a 9. Okay, so 6, 7, 1, 6, 7, 8. 1, 6, 7, 8 is what I'm missing. 1 can't go here. So this is the only spot a 1 can go in this column. So that's a 1. This can't be a 6 or a 7, so that's an 8, making that a 6, and that a 7, and that a 6. And I'm going to have to pause this because my kid's screaming in the background, so hold on 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Let's try that again. So let's see. 1, 7, 8, 9. It's not helpful. 7, 7 puts 7 down here. We knew that. Oh, this is a double. We're missing a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 5. Let's get rid of the corner marks. We don't need that anymore. So 1, 5. That 1 means this is the 5. That's the 1. 5, 5, 5. Do we have all the 5s? We do. Okay. I think at this point we could. We're getting mighty close here. This is a quadruple. 2, 3, 7, 9. 2, 3, 7, 9. Oh yeah, this 4 means that can't be a 4. So that must be the 4, making that a 4, that a 9. And then, so 2, 3, 7, 9. So this can't be a 3 or a 2. So that's a 2, 3, 7, 9 there as well. Right, 7 can't go there. 7 can't go there. 9 can't go there. So we have a 2, 3 pair. Means that can't be a 3, and we can't have that being a 9. We already placed the 9. So that's the 8. So that's no longer an 8. That's no longer an 8. We have a 2, 9 pair in the box, making that a 3. This is no longer an 8, so that's a 9. That's the 8. This is then the 7. These are no longer 7s, so that's a 1, 9 pair, making that the 7. That the 8. This is no longer a 3. Where then this 7 means that's then a 9. That's the 7. That's a 2, making that a 3. That's a 2. Alright, so this is all unwinding now. 2, oh, sorry, typo, 9. What did I do wrong here? Oh, 8 makes that a 1. That's the 8. That's a 9, and that's a 1. And there you have it. That's a Little Killer Sudoku. It's a lot of fun. I like it. You know, it's very similar to a traditional killer Sudoku. You do have to do some math. This particular one I don't think required too much math, but I like it. I think it's a fun variant. Yeah, it's a lot more fun than a Kokoro. I think those are just pretty basic math addition, and whereas this, you got to use a little bit extra logic. So I like it. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it too. Let me know what your time was if you did do the puzzle. I'm certainly no speed demon, so I'm sure most of you, or some of you, beat me on that. But anyways, if you like the material and want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I plan on doing more of these. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.